Hello and welcome to Celebrity Psychics, where you join us live and interactive on the lounge again. And welcome if you're a viewer from last week, our very first show. Thank you so much for joining us again. We are sitting here on the lounge, and tonight we do have another guest with us, another guest psychic, which is lovely Alyssa. How are you, Alyssa?
I'm well, how are you?
Really good. It's really lovely to meet you. I've never worked with Alyssa before, but I do know a little bit about you. And how it works tonight is we're on the lounge and we sit back and we have a beautiful time, and wherever you guys are live streaming us, whether you're at home watching us live streaming on your computer, on your phone, you might even be on your balcony, on your yacht, wherever you may be, you are live streaming us. So you can live stream us, as you know, because you're there now with celebrities.psychics.com.au. And if you want a live text tonight, we're here to help you on your journey in life. We have people on the phone and other psychics, renowned psychics from all over Australia and all over the world, always here for you 24/7. If you want to text tonight, lovely Alyssa will do that, and we'll talk to Alyssa a little bit about how she works. So you can start getting your SMSs and your texts in now on our one. On your screen. That's what we're here for. We're relaxed, we're on the lounge, we've got plenty of time. But let's see how Miss Alyssa works, because you're actually a psychic medium. So you do tuning in and channeling, which is very similar to myself as well, as you know.
Yeah.
And you also use the tarot cards.
I do.
Yeah, and just tell people a little bit more about how you work and where you work.
Okay, I sort of work all over the place. I do psychic fairs, mind, body and spirit. I do my own private readings. I do shows as well, so I do medium shows at clubs.
Yeah, explain to people, because some people know how a psychic works and how clairvoyant works, and when we deal with spirit and coming through, some people get it, some don't.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll talk about a little bit how I work. How do you work with that?
Okay, I actually I see them. So if I have a client in front of me, I see their loved ones. I can actually describe what they look like, what they pass from, and I hear them.
They give you good confirmation.
Yeah. Also, I feel as well. So if somebody was a smoker, I'd actually get that feeling of I'd start coughing on. I can smell the cigarette.
You do, don't you? Yeah. And I find sometimes you get the pain that they used to be in before they passed. And
very brief, but it's there.
It is, isn't it? And that's great confirmation. And usually that's a beautiful way to tell that your psychic's genuine, that what's coming through is genuine. Yeah. And usually I find when someone's coming through, as we call it channeling, there's so many different terminologies. Yeah. They'll always give me something specific.
Yes.
Whether it's they've got a broken tooth, or they've got their hair went white, or something very specific as well.
They do, even if they had no hair, they'd be like, I'd get them to rubbing their head, and I think they mustn't have had any hair. So it's like very specific.
Yeah, so you work that way. And then when do you use your cards?
At the same time. So, or I might do the mediumship reading, and then the cards really confirm what I've already said. Or if it's not everyone wants a mediumship reading, so I also do the tarot cards as well.
And what people don't realise, even if you are doing the cards, you're still getting that energy from someone. You're still channeling.
Yeah.
But some people get really scared. They think, oh, you're just going to talk about past loved ones. It's not the case. But the energy around is what actually makes you interpret the cards.
Yeah.
And as you know, I teach tarot and teach people how to get their psychic development working. And, you know, we might call it intuition, but it's one step up again, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit different on how you channel and how you get that energy through.
Even the cards, though, it's like they jump out at me. So it's like it might not be what the actual meaning of the tarot cards is, but then, you know, it comes across
and people don't understand with the tarot cards, it's still a picture.
Yeah.
It's still going to provoke, and it's an oracle just the same, going to provoke a picture. And even if you understand the whole thing of the tarot, it still have a different interpretation, even the same card for the same person, or the next person might get exactly the same cards,
different
but
meaning.
You need the psychic mediumship to be able to be that
Yeah.
the interpreter of what
Yeah.
it really could mean for
Yeah.
you. And even us psychics might find something a little bit different in the same spread if we're reading for the same person.
That's right.
But it will still resonate with you.
Yeah.
And that's how we work, okay? And it's really beautiful to be able to talk to you and understand how you work, and for our viewers and getting to know you. And I find it really hard. Not everyone can get to us. We do phone readings
Yeah.
privately as well
Yeah.
as you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
I know. From all over
Lots of
Australia
them,
and the
yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can they find you?
I've had a lot of word of mouth, but I have got a public Facebook page, which is Alyssa Psychic Medium.
Beautiful.
So I've found a lot
And all
people
of us
find
you
me
can
through that.
find through Celebrity Psychics
Yeah.
on our Facebook as well. So always watch the Facebook and what's coming up. And each week we're going to have somebody different, which is really beautiful, and a lot that I've known in the industry for a very long time, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to have a few texts come through, and if you want to get read by Alyssa, and I've got time as well tonight to do a few readings for you, as you know. Just texting the 19 700 700, and the code word is TV, okay? You can ask for a general, but you will get a general all-around answer. But if you've got something specific, don't be afraid to text that in, okay? Whether it's, are you moving house, relationship, what do you specialise in for them?
Whatever
So
sort of-
everything, so career,
Anything,
finance,
everything,
relationship,
yeah.
anything that you need that little bit of clarity from, and that's what's great about a reading.
Yeah.
Okay, with the text we need a little bit to tune in with your energy, okay, because you're not here in front of some psychics, they need it, otherwise we just get it through. But to help the readers, when you text in, you could text your name, your date of birth also helps, just us tune in your energy. If you've got a name like Chris or something, that could be male or female, we don't mind if you put an M or an F to just show if you're a male or a female, just a boom, we're straight in and we can get that. And we've actually got a few texts, so thank you so much everybody that's wanting those readings, we're here for you. We have one for Alyssa, and this is from Anon. I hope I'm saying that right, Anon. And 25th of the 9th, 74. And the question from Anon tonight is, what do you foretell that the next months hold for me, please? So the next few months.
Okay, hi Anon, thank you for connecting tonight. Okay, I am actually seeing some changes around your work. I do feel like you've been there for quite a while at your job, but I'm not sure whether it's actually going to be there'll be another position available or something else within your work. I'm also seeing you planning a holiday, but I don't feel that's till the end of the year. And I'm seeing like a beachy place for you. And I feel like you've got family overseas, so I don't know whether you're drawn to that or that's where you may be going. I'm seeing that you've still got family left overseas, that you may be actually wanting to go there. Okay. What's with your residence as well? I'm just feeling you're at this crossroads where there's a few changes that are possibly maybe going to happen or that you're actually thinking about. So just do one thing at a time, because I feel like if you're going to change too many things, it may become a little bit overwhelming for you. But the immediate change that I'm seeing is relating to your work, that you actually want to change your job. So and the holiday, and that feels more like a family visit, or you'll be drawn to go there, or you'll be sort of asked to go there for your family.
So changes in work
and
a holiday.
And holiday.
How do you fit both in? He's one
the holiday
person.
maybe possibly later down the track. I don't feel that's immediate.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's really good for Anna, isn't it? Just to know that there's a few little changes coming. Sometimes you feel like you're in a doldrum, and you don't, which direction? Come on, universe, bring it on a little bit more with what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's where it can help having a reading, isn't it? Some people don't understand how a reading can help you.
Yeah.
Obviously, people that are following tonight are interested in the industry and what we do, and this is a beautiful platform for them to get to know and the genuine psychics that we have on the show and how they can really help.
Even just to help them make that decision, that people might already, or confirmation.
Yeah, the
so
confirmation.
they might already know that that's what they'd like to do. So it might give them just a little bit of a push or a nudge that okay, well, I'm heading in the right direction.
And that's what I find is beautiful when
Yeah.
someone goes, I was just thinking that.
Yes,
And it's
yeah.
like, that's beautiful confirmation. If we're getting that for you,
Yeah.
that means that we're on the right path, which means you're on the right path.
Yeah.
And that should be confirmation, because we're not always here to tell you what to do or
No.
future telling.
Yeah.
Quite often it's more about the past. And
Yeah.
talking about the past, you've written a book about someone's past, haven't you? A
Yes.
lovely lady called Anne.
Yeah.
Hello, Anne, if you're watching tonight. Blessings and lovely to meet you.
Hello.
I've heard a little bit about your story, and I'm going to let Alyssa tell you a little bit more about the book she's written through channeling. And it's her husband's passed.
Yeah, he's
And-
passed 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then she started, I can share this with her. He was an alcoholic for 50 years, and when he did pass, she was really angry because it wasn't resolved. So her marriage wasn't resolved in 50 years. And she did say that she thought she heard her husband go down to, I used to work in a shop, so she came down to the shop and she just said, do you have medium? See, I want to connect with my husband. So that was like 3 years ago.
And they say everyone's got a story to tell, and doesn't matter if we get it while we're alive or when we're on the other side,
Yeah.
it comes through. So what's happened is her husband's come through, they've talked about him a lot, and Anne's written the beautiful story about things she didn't know about, which she got a beautiful confirmation about. So this is your book, and what's it called?
He repaired our marriage from the afterlife.
How wonderful is that? How much peace does somebody get
And that's
from
been
that?
really healing for her.
Beautiful.
She's amazing now. She's on to her second and third book, and does feel that her marriage was healed just through our interaction.
Definitely, and
Yeah.
you bring people so much peace. And this is, I was saying this to Nikita that we had on last week, and people say sometimes, why don't you get a real job, because it's so precarious, our industry, we're busy here, we're busy there, then we might have some times where we're not.
Yeah.
But nothing gives more peace sometimes to
No.
people than a reading that just is so totally beautiful,
Yeah.
blissful, confirmation, or a message from the other side which they didn't know about. And it's just, when you see things like this, that's what makes it all worthwhile, doesn't
Always,
it? And
yeah. I always think of her when I think about this work. It's like, it's just amazing. She's just a different person from where she came in. She could have still been stuck there.
Yeah.
However, she has healed from about the marriage, about his, being alcoholic. She's healed all that.
Yeah, so
So she's at peace.
it
She's
sounds
actually
like a
at peace.
beautiful read as well, Anne. So I'm looking forward to having a look myself and having a read of it. And we can't always write about our readings, for example, because it's confidential. There's so many beautiful stories I could
Yes.
tell as we've gone through it ourselves, but you can. So when you get these messages through and you want a confirmation of what comes through, you'll find it backs up with something somewhere down the track.
Yes.
Like whatever was going on with her husband that he might have told you about from the war or wherever he was, which I think he was, wasn't he?
Yes.
Which might have started a lot of his problems. See, I'm channeling it already through her. This is what happens. We bounce.
Yeah.
And lovely Anne as well. And that's just so beautiful that she can write a story about it. She's allowed to.
Yeah.
So we've got different clauses which we can use and can't use, and that's totally confidential with everything that we do.
Yeah.
And it is that way,
And a lot of evidence that he was around. Before a baby came, he told us what
And
the sex
names,
of the
we
baby
get-
and
we
the
get
names.
Yeah.
So she has no doubt that he was there.
Definitely.
He's there, he's
And
around her.
there's enough confirmation there, isn't there?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to get a reading tonight from beautiful Alyssa, and if there is past loved ones passed over, that's her forte, my forte as well. But at the end of the day, that's what we're here for, is to help you
Yeah.
get to know Alyssa and how she works. And of course, you know that we can log on at any time ourselves as psychics, so you can find us where we work. I work at New Moon as well in Castle Hill all the
Okay.
time. I've done for 15, 16 years. Big shout out to beautiful Jenny at New Moon and all the lovely readers, and a lot of us that you'll see on the lounge as well come from all these places that we've been involved in.
I was
over
at
the
Living
years.
Energies at Bondi.
Yes, I was with one of them as well
Okay.
at Hornsby.
Yep.
We've all done the ropes. We've been there a long time. I've been in the industry 30 years,
Yeah.
and reading professionally 16, and you're catching up as well.
Yes.
And people find us. But this is another way that you can find us, okay? Here on CelebrityPsychics.com. If you go there, you'll also see all the profiles. You'll see when we're logged on, which means when we're available. And right now, as we speak, we've got lovely Darren available at the moment. So Darren, you can get on our 1300 number. You can go direct to him and put in his PIN 4855, which means you can talk to him straight away. And I don't know if you watched the show last week.
I know.
Beautiful Darren Maxwell came on. He came via the phones and we talked to him live to you all, and he spoke about the shamanic healing and stuff that he does, and his connection
that.
with the earth, which is what we all do. And he's a wonderful, wonderful reader. Hello, Darren. So Darren is available right now as we speak. So remember the 1300 number, and your PIN for Darren is 4855. We have lovely Mary, which you'll be meeting on the show, maybe somewhere down the track as well. Mary's also on the phones tonight. Same thing, the 1300 number, and Mary's PIN is 4858. Okay. We've also got another new reader. Now, this is another lovely friend of mine. This is Trish. She's from Melbourne. Hello to everybody in Victoria and Melbourne. Trish's PIN, same thing, 1300 number, and Trish is available now to speak to, 4857. Okay, so Trish is like ourselves, psychic medium, and works with the angel cards. Darren, shamanic healer. So we've got all these beautiful psychics with different gifts, and like I said, you can get a reading tonight with us. It's just a quick text reading, but then you can also catch up with us at different times. You can go to the 1300 number. You can see that our times we might give during the week. Like this week I work between certain hours and people could book me in, and that's another way to do it as well. Check our schedules, or you can join us back on the lounge again when you're back on as well. But keep in touch with us, okay? It's a nice way just to see how we work, what we do in a nice relaxed environment, just on the lounge, so you get to kick back as well on the lounge, okay? Now we have another text reading coming through, which is beautiful. Thank you everybody for helping connect with us, and that's what we're here for. And this is from Christy, and her birthday is the 27th of the 11th, 81. Can you tell me if you think my ex from the 12th, 83 will get back together with us? So that's nice. So she's given you his birth date as well. Okay. So Christy, can you tell me if you think my ex will get back together again?
Hi Christy, thank you for connecting with us. With us, does that mean, I feel like there's children involved here as well, with you two. So, and I'm seeing the separation has been a little while with you. So, okay. They're showing me bags packed, so I do feel like it was a shock, a little bit of a shock to you. I feel like you weren't aware of him leaving, that it just happened for you. And what I'm feeling there's a lot of healing to do, a lot of work, and I feel like there's a bit, if you were to reconnect with him, there's going to be a bit of counselling that may need to happen before you can become a unit again, or before he comes back. But they're showing me that for the next 3 months or so, I'm not seeing him come back. However, that doesn't mean that it's not going to be come back at all. I just feel for this relationship to work, there's going to be a lot of healing that may need to happen between both of you. I'm seeing 2 children involved here as well, so I'm not sure whether you and him have 2 children. And the connection is still there. I don't feel that you're disconnected altogether. But yeah, and sorry for your loss. Like, I do feel like this sort of happened for you all of a sudden. I'm just seeing that with a little bit of work that it can come back together. He's just on a different journey at the moment, and I'm not sure what he's going through, but I feel like there's a lot that's happened around the past with him that he needs to let go of before this can work. So the opportunity is there, just with a bit of help.
That's lovely, and you mentioned, and I felt the sadness too. And see, this is what happens when I'm psychic as well. I can feel what she's feeling and see what she's saying, and she mentioned the children, and I kind of felt that as well. And the good thing is you actually are a trained counsellor as well at times.
Yes,
you've
am.
Done that.
Yeah.
And we're not here to counsel as psychics, but the good thing is we can tell you to go and get a counsellor and know when you need to see somebody as well, because they are hard times in life. We do go through we all do it, even ourselves. And, you know, I would be lost without my girlfriends and, you know, and some of my boyfriends as well to help me through things as well. But
and this is sort of a one-off thing, whereas with the counselling, it's ongoing.
Yeah,
so it's a bit longer term, so you just might need that little bit of a longer term to get you through. Yeah,
and when you're going through sad times, you do need that little bit of help as well. Yeah. And you sound very similar to me. We can't just tell them what you want to hear. We tell you where to go, you know, what's coming through, and that's what's really beautiful as well, and to help work on it. And a quick text doesn't always get everything through, does it?
No.
So, but they can find you on the phone.
Yeah.
So you can always find Alyssa on the phones and just keep checking out where she works and back here, and have another one as well. So even though we get through a little bit with your texting tonight, don't forget you can try and find us on the phones, which is really lovely, and that's what we're here for, is to help as well. Are you ready for another one? Are you ready to tune in again?
Yes.
We're working busy, which is really lovely. Thank you for everyone connecting tonight. That's what we're here for, okay? It's a lovely platform to do that. This one is from Jana or Yana. I would say Jana, which sounds really beautiful and exotic. So this is from Jana, and it's the 17th of the 8th, 64.
She sounds
Love,
like she's from my country, Yana.
yeah, exactly.
maybe.
Love, career, and finance. Mwah. Mwah to you too, Yana, wherever you are.
Hi Anna, thank you for connecting. I'm actually picking up a granny for you. I've got this short little lady that's very happy, and she's telling me she was a good cook. I feel she's connected on your mum's side, and she's telling me you're also. She's showing me the kitchen, and I feel that you're actually a good cook yourself, or that you may have some of her recipes. She had to get that in, so she's just saying that. She hasn't been forgotten, and I do feel it is an overseas connection with your grandmother, so I'm not sure whether you kind of moved away from her or you weren't there when she passed, but she just wants to let you know that she's around you, very much around you. So that's what she's showing me, the kitchen. So whether you're cooking her food or whether she was a good cook, that's what I'm being told from her. So okay, with the career, okay, I feel that you're feeling a little bit stuck as far as your career is concerned. However, okay, and I'm not sure whether I feel like you're doing your job just because you need to do the job or you need your finances. I don't feel it's a passion of yours. So have an open mind about what you'd like to do. Sometimes our passion can turn into a career, or it can turn into, if you really love something, have a think about that, or go in a quiet place and just sit with that, what you'd actually love. I see you as a very creative person. However, you haven't unleashed that side of you, because that's what they're showing me. Like if you go to the trees or go in nature and just really go within and have a think about what it is that you'd like to do. And creative doesn't necessarily mean drawing. I just feel like you are creative. It's a matter of finding that and not necessarily leaving your work, but doing something that you actually love on the side. I feel the job that you're in is to do with your finances, or you're working because you we have to pay bills, we have to work, but I feel you haven't actually found your passion yet, but you will. I feel that you will. Love.
All you need is love.
love.
What makes the world go round, isn't it?
Okay. I feel like you've been single for a little while as far as the love. However, I see you like, how can I say? I just feel you need to give that a bit of a push along yourself. Start dating. I feel like you haven't been doing that. You've been busy with work, or you've been busy with life. So just get out there. I'm not seeing it yet, but I feel within 6 months in 6 months time or so is where I feel like somebody will come in. So start dating, start enjoying yourself. It doesn't have to be the first person that you meet. However, I am being shown that you will meet somebody.
It's always a hard one, isn't it, the love?
Yeah.
It's what, I remember my daughter when she was really young, she must have been about 11, and she says, Mum, have you noticed all the songs on the radio are about love or breaking up, or why is that so? I said, that's what makes the world go round. And as you know, I'm an artist, and one of my exhibitions was titled Love. And I had everything around love, it was the heartbreak and the euphoria and everything that goes through it as well,
and that's for families as well. Like love is everywhere. It's not just about intimate relationships. I guess love is
loving our friends and loving what we do. And you said the loving the passion of the career, and I'm one of the really beautiful ones that my vocation is my vacation.
Yes.
I have a tough day at the office when I go outdoors with my students and teach them how to do outdoor painting. All this, and just helping people.
I love this.
It doesn't feel like work. No. And if you can find that, and it doesn't matter what work you are, as long as you're happy doing it.
Yes.
Then that's a success to me. Yeah. That's my personal opinion. That's success to me.
And I feel we all have a gift. We all have something. Each and one of us. And if we can, we all have a purpose. So if we can connect to that, or we can find what that is, and then it doesn't become work. Yeah, and it's just really lovely that you could do that tonight. You just got 3 things in for her, straight through. I really got the granny. It was
and that was really sweet, and that's really what happens, and that's where we're getting it through. Even though we use the cards and the crystals and we connect them with all our tools, it's still got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
And one of the books I'm writing on about is where that somewhere is, because I don't always feel it's from someone passed over, because quite often I'm still getting that energy through for somebody connected somewhere in the ethos, wherever we are, you know. And people say, how do you do a reading without us being there? How do you do a reading live on, you know, TV or live on air? And I said, well, the connections are very minute between us all, the energies, aren't they? And I teach people that energy work with the psychic development, and everyone picks up on the energy. So whatever we call it, we've all got a different thing, but energy is just what I use. And we can connect with that energy, and it's just
we're
a
all
gift.
Connected. We are
somehow,
all connected.
Somehow it happens.
It just comes.
And I just say the easy thing to explain it is, we might be doing a reading side by side here, but I'll do one about your daughter or about your uncle, or and they're not here, yet we can still do that connection. So coming through over the air is just the same as well. So thank you for sending. So thank you for sending the text through. So keep them coming. Spirit's working us hard tonight, but like I said, I can do a reading or two every now and then as well. And if you're watching via Facebook or our website, you can just send us a text and we'll put you straight through as well, which is really good. Okay, we've got a few more to come through. Are you ready for another one? Beautiful. I'll read that out for you, and it's from Lenny. The 1st of the 2nd, 79. When will I get a new vehicle?
Hi Lenny, thanks for your connection. Okay, this is about money with you. I do feel that's what's actually stopping you. However, well, I don't know why I'm feeling that there's some money coming from somewhere. So I don't know if it's a lump sum from your work or where it's actually going to come from. But that's what's in the way. So, and what they're showing me is just save up a little bit more. So don't sort of rush into getting that new car until you can get the one that you actually want. So it's not going to be that long, but I do feel it's a matter of money, and you are waiting on somewhere from somewhere. So I'm not sure if it's from your work or lump sum. So that this one is a little bit up to you. So it's if you want a better car, I'm seeing that you need to save a little bit of more money. If you don't, then you can possibly get a car right now. But I feel if it is right now, it's not the car that you actually desire. So just wait that little bit longer. I'm just getting you a little bit of a spender. So just put whatever you can aside, so then you can get to your results a lot quicker and get your new vehicle quicker. So it is up to you with this one.
So it doesn't sound too far off, but he has to be patient.
He has to be patient and save a little bit more.
Don't take the first one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I feel he won't be happy if he takes the first one. So and I'm seeing some money come in for him from somewhere where he'll be able to put towards that car. Yeah.
That sounds good. I wouldn't mind that.
No.
It's quite often we get readings, and I'll do my oracle cards sometimes, and there's one beautiful one, I think it's a Dorian Virtue one, and it's a blessing, the happily ever after one. I went, oh, can I frame that? I want that. But I just think every day can be a happy day. It's like the sun comes out tomorrow, even though we have the hard times, and you know, we're here to help you through the hard times and the happy times as well. You know, there's weddings and all kinds of stuff that happens.
That's right, and births.
Exactly, and we just want everything to go smoothly for people. And if not, we just help you on your little hiccup. But I'm like you, I don't lie about the hiccups if I see them coming.
No.
But the good thing is, people are worried. They're like, oh, you know, what if we get told something bad from a psychic? We shouldn't. It's the way that it's delivered. But you know, bad things are going to happen. But at the end of the day, we should also be able to show you, if you can't prevent it, you be ready for it and you're prepared for it. And I think that's what's really important in life, is preparing. And we raise our children to be prepared. If we're parents, we raise them to be prepared every day. So it's no different. We're just preparing you that it may be coming up. Quite often I'll see 3 different roads for someone, but they all end up back at that same spot. And it's just like, well, they're the choices you're going to have. It's up to you which you take, but you're still going to end up here at the end. And
that's exactly what I do. I can't make that decision for you, but it's that choice that may happen here. But it's always your choice. Always.
It is.
Yeah.
And I love the way you work. You work really beautiful.
Thank you.
Maybe I'm resonating with that as well, and we work very similarly. It's just bringing the energy, using the cards to show you just that a little bit more. And I ask questions from people too sometimes, and I'll ask the same from Spirit. And some people are a bit worried about asking a question from a psychic, for example. They think, oh, they're just fishing or whatever. It's not necessarily the case. It just helps us connect that a little bit more, makes us know that we're on the same path. Because sometimes if you liken it to a radio station we're trying to tune in, we can get a lot of different stuff for you, and we just want to focus on the one thing.
Yes.
And I will quite often ask, do you do that?
All the time. At the end, I said, I do the reading, and then I said, do you have a question?
Yeah.
Some people say yes, or some people you've answered it.
Yeah.
But it's really good that if they might have come for something, and then Spirit tells them something else, so that I actually get to hear what they came for. So
exactly,
that's the reason I ask.
Yes,
that
exactly.
They've come there and they've got everything that they've
We've stolen
needed.
your whole reading, in other words. That happens.
Yeah.
And at the end, oh, was there something you want to ask? And they kind of go, oh no, you covered it anyway. And and that's what happens. But sometimes I'll ask a question like, have you got a daughter? If a daughter's coming through and they go, no, I don't. But you know damn well they do, and they forget it might be a stepdaughter.
Yeah.
And so they're not resonating. And then they went, oh yes, of course, I do have a daughter, but she's a stepdaughter. Does that count? I'm like, of course it counts.
Yeah.
So there we do ask as well. We're on the lounge, and I'm going to get comfy because I've got a reading coming through. So I'm going to take my shoes off and relax. And if you're at home, I want you guys to take your shoes off and relax, have a glass of wine. We won't do that because we contact different types of spirits. But I've actually got another reading coming through, and they've asked for myself. So thank you very much, everybody. And this is from Chanel, another beautiful name, 20th of the 5th, 1981. Should I leave the city I live in? Now that's a big question, Chanel, because that's a should, okay? You could, obviously. Should use a whole different question, okay? And I want you to be very careful with the reason behind why you want to go, okay? I feel like there's opportunities for you, and yes, you want to get out, but I think you're running. Nothing wrong with running. I run all the time because that's what it's all about. We don't need to put up with things that aren't right for us, but you don't have somewhere to go to properly yet. Nothing's set in stone, okay? I'm getting March next year is a better time for you to make huge decisions, but if you've got a job to go to, that seems to be the thing. So I'm just going to verify that with the cards for you, okay, Chanel? You've still got a few little decisions to make around work, and that's where I think this is all coming from. So your best thing is this, okay? It's all in the timing, and that's exactly what the wheel is. So if you can see that on your screen there, waiting for that new opportunity. Definitely by October you're ready to go. July, there is opportunities now within the next 3 or 4 weeks. I would say July still definitely. But Chanel, you still got to really make a decision. Now, if you've got a job to go to, fine, but it may not be the job you stay in, and that's okay as well, okay? It's not the wrong move to go, but just know you've got lots of opportunities and lots of options coming up, so you don't have to take the first opportunity again. Go there, start somewhere fresh, but just keep really open as to what comes next, okay? You can always go back. It's no big drama, okay? So I'm feeling you're going anyway. I can't stop you, but just remember the should. Should I go? You already are going. You've already got it in your heart. You've already made that decision, and usually everything starts with a thought. It becomes an action. Just make sure it's a good action at the time and it feels right at the time, and stay open to just changing, because October you're going to get another opportunity, okay? Finances are very important for you because it costs every time you do this, okay? I know you don't want to stay, and that's the Chariot. So it's showing you're definitely going. There's no difference. And there's your job, and that's what I was waiting for. Okay, love? I was waiting for Spirit to say, yes, you've got a new job to go to. So go. You may not stay in that job. It doesn't matter. But Spirit's saying, fine. You're going to go anyway, so yes, you've got the blessings to go ahead, okay? So I hope that helps, all right? And that's what's really beautiful. Like, Chanel knows that she's got a bit of confirmation, and it felt really clear for her to do it, but to keep open.
Yeah.
And sometimes what happens in a reading is they do that next move, and then they're like on the phone again in 6 months' time. Okay, now the next opportunities come up. And you think, okay, do they need another reading or not? And sometimes they do. Sometimes it's a good time to just top up. Other times we might have given them a reading for like 20 years in advance or 5 years in advance. And it's like, do you really need another one yet? Nothing's changed. But sometimes they just need that little bit of a help to get over that little bit of a glitch. I had a beautiful one. Glenn, if you're watching tonight, beautiful reading again. I said I'd see him again in August, and it's nearly August now. He said something would come up, and he goes, yes, there's a change, can I have another reading, even though I did a whole year spread on one of my spiral spreads. And that was really lovely, because he goes, you told me I'd be speaking to you again. And you know, I don't remember everything we say in a reading.
No, I don't either.
But as soon as they sit back down, come back with the reading. So he needed a bit of a top up at that stage, and he said, it's exactly what you said, it would be right on that time frame, this is all going to happen. I just want confirmation it's still going to be all okay. And that was beautiful, you know, that we don't mind doing, okay?
No.
But yeah, it is really hard if you get totally addicted and think it's for everything.
No, I don't.
We
I
do
really
it
don't
ourselves.
encourage that.
I know, we do it ourselves, so I get there and I do the cards all the time, and I don't like it. I'm like, no, I don't like that one. And remember, we've got Darren available at home, so you can call him on our 1300 number. Hello, Darren. I hope you're having a beautiful evening wherever you are. And his PIN number is 4855, and Darren's a beautiful shamanic healer, beautiful psychic medium. He'll give you a beautiful reading as well. And we've got Trish at home. Her PIN number number is 4857. Hello, beautiful Trish. Trish is a beautiful psychic medium as well, works with the angel cards, very similar to ourselves. And she's in Melbourne ready to take your call, and Mary, of course, as well. Okay, so we're having a beautiful night. We've got a lot of people connecting, which is really beautiful, and that's what we're here for. And we're also
I feel
here.
like I'm at home on the lounge.
It's what it's all about, isn't it? Cup of tea would be nice. A few waiters coming in. But this is what happens at home anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, we get the cards out all the time wherever we go, which is really lovely.
I carry them with me.
You've got another beautiful one coming through as
Okay.
well. This is from Julie, the 6th of the 4th, 67. I would like a reading on work, please.
Hi Julie, thank you for your connection. Okay. I'm actually picking up a father figure for you as well. So I know you're asking about work, but I'll just get this in because I'm seeing this taller gentleman around you. And if it's not your dad, it's on your dad. He'd be your grandfather. So he's saying he's around you. I'm getting dad. So let me know if that fits with you. Okay. What I'm getting from your cards is actually there's movement forward with your work, and I'm actually seeing that you're actually going to change what you're doing. But what I'm just going to say to you is just really believe in yourself, and if you are looking for more work, I feel like you deserve, or you can ask for more pay. So if you're going there, don't just believe in your talents and go for something that's actually just ask for more money, because I'm just seeing there's something around money and that you can ask for more and that you're going to get it. So when you do make the change, just actually ask and just know that you're worth it. So a lot of the times, sometimes we think I'll just go from one to the other, or make a change and then go to the same change. So I just feel with you, just be careful of what you look for, or just really get what you'd like, and you actually are going to be getting something that's going to bring you more money. So do make the change, but go for something higher rather than the same, is what I'm getting around work with you.
A lot of work questions tonight.
Yes.
Which is what we're talking about as well, finding something that you love, which is really nice, isn't it?
I think we should all do what we love. All of us.
Well, we are. We should be living proof of that as well, which is really lovely. And I was looking at your beautiful jewellery, because I work with crystals as well, and some of you that know how I work, I actually do readings with crystals, which I'll do tonight when I feel like it all fits. We all have different tools, and you're using the lovely rose quartz and your amethyst tonight as well. And I've got your amethyst on. We both ended up in purple tonight, which is our third eye. Which is our third eye. I'm working in love with the rose quartz as well. Do you work with crystals as well?
I do, because I also do healings as well. So when I do the healings, I place, you work with the
intuitively,
crystals.
Obviously,
yes,
which is really important as well.
I love crystals there.
And people say, how do they work? They resonate. They come from the earth. We're talking about the energy before and how it resonates. Some people use them like I do with the chakras. And you'll read a lot of books about crystals, and there are Melodies, the big Bible. That's one of my favourite books, and she's also got the minerals and the hardness and the geographical side of it as well. And it's really beautiful how they resonate with different people, and how you cleanse them, put them out with the full moon. A lot of people say, how do we cleanse our crystals? Because they do hold our energy, and that's what we program them for. They will do their own work naturally, and they'll resonate. And amethyst might work differently for you than somebody else. Full moon, we put them out on the full moon to clear them. Salt water, clear water, visualization, saging. How else do you cleanse your crystals? Anything different?
No, what you've just said, but I usually put them out on the full moon.
A lot of people do that. Do you know I don't do that? No. Everybody else does. No, I visualize and clean. I keep selenite with my crystals, which, as you know, selenite will naturally cleanse the crystals. Your amethyst and your cluster of your amethyst, you put them on top, and then that will recharge them as well. So there's lots of different ways as well.
I brought a whole bag from Brazil. I went to Brazil last
year.
Brazil
have beautiful crystals as well.
I could have brought more if I could have carried them.
So I do work with the crystals and that energy as well. And even if you don't understand them, they'll still make you feel good as well. I don't know how many times different crystals come through, and the jewelry that we wear is actually for what we need for that moment in time as well. And quite often I've got so many different ones that I've purchased over the years, which isn't many, but the ones that resonate with me, and you get called to it at that right time as well.
That one.
That's the one I need for for now, and same within a reading, it's the one that, oh, you need that at the moment, and they'll go, how did you know? And they'll read up what it is. Oh yes, I do need that at the moment. So yeah, mind, body and spirit, they help all three areas as well. And we've got some beautiful people that have just found us online, so here they are going through and scrolling around on their phones and on their iPads and their laptops, and they've found us on Celebrity Psychic. So big shout out to John and Ben, who are watching from home. Hello John, hello Ben, hello everybody that I know here in New South Wales and WA and anywhere wherever you are in Australia. We are live and we are live streaming, and it's a beautiful show. If you want to start watching us every week, it's fantastic. If you're just thinking about having a reading, you can see how we work here. You can text us on 19700 700 for a reading here on the show tonight. You can SMS us for that, and you can either ask for myself or for Alyssa tonight, or every night we'll have somebody different. You've got our 1300 number, 1300 755 468, and that goes on your credit card, which means you can book up how much you want to spend or what you want on a reading, just like you do when you go to one of our venues to see for us. There's a different price for different times. Same kind of thing, okay? We've also got a consultation service on that 1300 number, which I've rung myself, and beautiful ladies in the UK, and they will talk to you about what kind of a reader that you can get through. Alternatively, if you know the PIN number, like for Darren tonight or Trish or Mary, you can then just log straight into their PIN numbers. So Trish is 4857 and Darren's 4855 and Mary's 4858. If you want to do any readings on a night that we're not here, we have still got those phones manned 24/7, okay? So you can talk to a consultant on that 1300 number and say, look, I need maybe someone that understands healing or relationships or career, or specializes in a different type of healing for you, or just specializes in finances or whatever it is. They will know and they'll have a look. You can alternatively read the profile as well, okay? So lots of stuff's going on for us as well. And we've got another message here from Sharon. The 3rd of the 7th, 75. Hello Sharon, nice to see you. I can see your energy. Hi celebrities, can you send some positive energy my way? Unlucky in love. Well Sharon, we can all be unlucky in love at sometimes as well. And you wanted to do her a little reading then, didn't you?
Did I?
You picked up your cards.
Okay.
I can? Because we're both getting something beautiful for her, and we have to do something. Let's both do something for Sharon as well, because I'm going to use my crystals for Sharon, because you still got lots of love here coming your way and a lot to give, okay? So you're not unlucky in love. Maybe they're the unlucky ones because they haven't recognized your beauty, my love. So what I'm going to do is just pull out 3 crystals, and you know what? Since I've got beautiful Alyssa here that's understanding crystals, I'm going to ask her to choose them for you, because she's tuning in the same energy as me. That way we can do the same reading. Okay. How's that? So if you choose for me, just 3 for Sharon. Okay. Straight away I'm getting stand in your power, okay? And here we've got the Mookite. So that is from WA, the Mookite, which is a beautiful crystal, okay? And with the Mookite, it's saying stand in your power. You have been hurt, and I know that the partners that you've been with have also been hurt as well, okay? Time will heal that, and I know everybody says that, but it will, and you're healing right now as we speak, okay? Stand your ground, and that's what this is here. You know what you want, you know where you are. And with the smoky quartz, which is this one here, that will show you that you're really within your... You know who you are, you know what you want, so stand your ground. Don't be afraid to say, oh, I'm sorry, it's not acceptable, I've learned my lessons, I don't want to learn them again, I just want to just carry on with life as well. So I'm just going to choose you 3 more. This is for Sharon, and there you go. So you're still doing your healing here. You want to express yourself on that beautiful sensual level, therefore it will come. And you need someone that's intellectual. You need somebody that wants to talk with you. It doesn't even have to be the same subjects, but someone that you can just resonate with and talk with and grow with and have some fun with. You want to let your hair down. You want to, take those ponytails out and run along the jetty and just have some fun. So I think your next love will be that, because it's going to be a part of who you are. So the first thing that I'm going to say to you, Sharon, is just start going out more. Love, go do things that you really want to do. Love the things that you want to do yourself, and you'll find someone else will be in that same thing, okay? You're doing the same thing as you. It's no use going out joining a group to say that's where I'm going to meet someone, go and join a photography group, when you're not even into photography. You're going to meet someone that's into photography and you're not, okay? So it's not about getting someone exactly the same. Do what you love and then do it. I see a lot of bushwalks and I see a lot of freedom out in the earth, okay? So start going out more and just having fun. I'm seeing a puppy around you as well, Sharon, so walk your puppy, if not get a puppy, because that to me is walking your puppy and just having that beautiful healing with your animals as well. And I don't know if you know, I'm a pet intuitive as well, which means
I love pets.
I can pick up the
I
pets
always
when they've
bring
passed
pets.
over
Yes.
as well, but also when they're around you, okay, and healing with them and what's wrong with them, and
Yes.
they talk to you and all that.
Yeah.
But you definitely had a little puppy, Sharon, that's going to help you on this little journey, okay? So blessings to you, my love. So yeah, it's really hard about just finding that right partner, and quite often people say you just have the same mistakes over and over, like, you know,
Yeah.
that we can go through in life, and it might just be that you're resonating with the same kind of people that have the same problems, not necessarily that you have to go through the same lessons as well. And it really depends on who you are, but eventually
And I think boundaries as well. I think
yeah,
and intuition, using that.
yeah,
How
and
many times I've stuffed up because I haven't used it?
should we have listened to that? We
I
don't
should have
listen to it
listened.
either. Don't you worry. We don't listen to each other.
Yes.
But yeah, it is hard, and I think every relationship's right for the time. There's something that we're all learning and giving and
Yeah.
taking from each other, and relationships are just a friendship,
Yeah.
really, at the end of the day. And once the emotion and the heart gets involved, yeah, we
It's
all
the
go
letting
through
go
that.
that's difficult, and
Yeah,
the holding on,
the
and
attachment, and
yeah.
just or looking at what we've learned from that. And
Yeah.
if it's been a hard one, I kind of like to thank that other
Yes.
person, even if it's been really hard,
Yeah,
and
there's
say
a
thank you.
lesson.
I don't want to learn that again.
Yeah,
I've realised I don't want that in my
Yeah.
life, or I don't have time for this, or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's just staying in your power in a beautiful way, and just being
Yes.
tolerant.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people we go through hardships, and we all want to feel that love, and we're brought up to have that love connection from motherhood, you know, from
Yeah.
that very beginning.
Yeah.
And we're human beings, we need that interaction. So we're always going to be having our difficulties
Yes.
with love, and just trying to find something beautiful about the journeys that we go through.
And the lessons, rather than staying in that negative space.
Yeah, and it is really hard, and if you are having troubles with it, don't be afraid to
Yeah.
call someone. You know, there's Lifeline, there's lots of different places that we can call when we're going through these really down, dark moments in
Yeah.
between those euphoриas of
Yeah.
love that we have, and then the downsides. And, you know, lean on your friends, lean on your counsellors, your doctors, and everything else as well, okay? So
And that's probably the hardest bit, because we are social beings. Like, work is, you know, you can get another job, but that love bit is where I think is the hardest.
yeah, and a lot of
for
people,
all of us.
and they come to readings all the time for love, and
Yeah.
that's what we're here for, which is really beautiful. And we can help you, but we can't change it either.
Yeah.
And you can see something collapsing right in front, or see something beautiful about to happen as well. And you just have to go with it.
Yeah.
And realise, but the reading especially should be able to tell you at least there's light at the end of the tunnel,
Yes.
or how to handle it,
Yeah.
or go to a counsellor, or if you're going through a marriage breakup and you've got, you know, divorce stuff to worry
Yeah.
about, go to see that, you know,
Yeah.
the right person in that area, in that field as well.
Or even have hope and faith. Like, so many people, I've said to them, you will meet somebody. I see somebody and they come back and they walk out of there going, no, but they won't. There's no hope. But they come back to me a year later saying, I've married. So just giving them a bit of hope, or, you know, a bit
Yeah.
of hope that, and faith that there will be somebody.
Yeah, and I never give false hope.
No.
If I'm not getting
No,
it,
no.
I'm going to tell you straight up
That's
I'm
right.
not getting it.
That's
or
right.
if I'm telling you I'm seeing it in 18 months' time, it will be 18 months'
Yeah.
time, or it will be 2 years, or it might
Yeah.
be give or take,
Yeah.
because things can happen in a quicker or
Yeah.
shorter time, but quite often it is. Okay? So it's a hard thing, but that's what we're here for, and I think it's
Yeah.
really beautiful, and I'm glad we've got Celebrity Psychics, which is another way that you can find us, because it's hard to find readers sometimes,
Yes.
and reputable readers in our
Yes.
industry as
Yeah.
well. There's a lot of beautiful psychics out there doing a lot of beautiful jobs and helping a lot as well. And soon we're going to have a chat, I think, live with Trish, which is our reader in Melbourne, which is really beautiful, who's joining Celebrity Psychics with us. So she's ready online now, which will be really lovely. Last week we talked to Darren, which was really...
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So it's nice. We've got. I love this technology. I'm not good with computers, but I love
Me
technology
neither.
where it can work for us.
Speaking.
Hello, we've got Trish on the line. Have we, Trish? Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Trish. How are you? Are you cold down in Melbourne?
Pardon?
Are you cold down in Melbourne?
Oh, it's very hard here. Is it cold? It's freezing here.
Is it? Oh, not as cold as where I was today. Can you hear me a little bit better now, Trish?
That's a little bit better, yes.
Beautiful. How are you, my friend? Are you good?
Yeah, good. I'm very well,
Yeah,
thank
thank
you.
you for joining us on Celebrity Psychics, and we've got a PIN number for you, which is fantastic, and people can call you once we get off the phone.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you work for our viewers at home, Trish?
So basically I'm an intuitive clairvoyant, so my readings are mainly done by what I see, hear and feel. I do use oracle cards at times as well, just for validation really of what I'm saying during the reading. But mostly, yeah, like I said, it's what I see, hear and feel.
Yeah, and Trish and I have read for each other in the past. We go way back from WA.
Yeah.
Beautiful reader, and you know we always read for each other, don't we? Us readers don't always like what we get told because it's the truth. but I love the way you work, Trish, as well, because you're like us, just with the psychic medium coming through, and yeah, it's just nice when you use the oracle cards as well. What do you do with the oracle cards, just to let people know?
I generally, so if they're asking, a specific question, I usually draw three. I don't actually do a big spread. I often just draw a few. I can do like, if they just want a mini sort of reading, so it can go, past, present, future, or I'll draw a couple just to validate what we're talking about. So, for example, if it's, about the relationship, I'll draw a few, and, the cards will come up, and they always, are validating what I'm saying as well, so...
Yeah, and that's basically how we work in a way as well, and that's how I've always worked. So the cards are really fabulous for that, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, and I think you resonate really well. So Trish is a beautiful reader, and like I said, I've known her for a long time, but she's can be online now for us. You can also read her profile on celebritypsychics.com.au as well. Trish, just tell us a little bit more about yourself. When did you know that you were first psychic? That's always something that we like to hear.
Yeah, it's funny with me because I used to always think, most psychics, you hear a lot of stories saying that they've known since they were little and they remember seeing things. I don't remember any of that. Mine more has been as an adult. So probably I've been doing now for coming up to about 12 years maybe. So I just when I used to go and have readings myself, and every single time, without doubt, the psychic would always tell me, you're supposed to be doing this work. You're meant to be doing this work. And I'm like, yes. And I used to always doubt it. And then I guess Spirit just, they wanted me to do this work and gently pushed me. And so I just started doing it. That's how it sort of happened. And I love it, and I feel so blessed to be able to do this work. I was watching before, and what you both were saying, it's not like a job, like we just love it. Like, I'm so passionate about it, and just feel so grateful that I can do this work as well.
Yeah.
So.
And you just stay in your truth and want to help that person as best way
Exactly.
that you can. Yeah.
Exactly. And I also feel I'm really grateful that I started later too, because I've lived, like most of us, a very varied and colourful life myself, so nothing at all shocks me. I never ever judge. Honestly, nothing anyone presented with me I would, be shocked or disgusted or surprised by. I treat everyone the same. So
yeah. That's very important, isn't it? Because it's not our job to judge, and
that's right.
Everyone deals with something differently, and that's the beauty of that mature reader, and that responsibility of how we're imparting that knowledge to them too, isn't it?
Absolutely. So I guess I just want people to, they can trust us, and not, and because some of the things that come up are very deep and very, very personal, and like I said, all I'm there for is just to help them and guide them through it, and get them onto the next part of their journey. So
and just give them that insight and that light.
That's right.
Yeah, it's really great how we can just chat to you like this. So if anyone's just tuned in or just scanned us live, we are live and we are live streaming, and we're talking on the phone to Trish, which is one of our psychics in Melbourne. So where can they find you, Trish? Can they find you on Facebook with us?
Yes, I do. I have a page on there called Messages from the Heart. So if anyone wants to look me up, they can find me on there. And I'm located in the Dandenong Ranges.
Beautiful.
Ranges here in Melbourne. So yeah.
Trish, would you like to do a reading now while we're on the phone? We could probably read out one of the texts for you if you like.
Sure, that'd be great.
Oh, that
Why
sounds
not?
really good. Okay, we can give you one. Would you like to do one? I hope everyone at home can hear us properly. So we've got Trish live on the telephone, and she's going to do a reading via our beautiful technology. And this one's for Vicky, at 16th of the 9th, 75. Okay, Trish, hi. I found you online. Thank you, Vicky. Can I please have a general reading, including for work? Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Vicky. So, let me just see. Okay, I know that's the general reading about work. This chunk of work is actually coming through first. I'm feeling a lot of change around work for you, and I'm feeling that you have been maybe questioning the job that you're in now, or the career that you're doing now. I feel that you're feeling that there's more out there, that there's something else for you. Perhaps they're sort of saying to me, it's like you've lost your drive. That's what they're saying. So you lost that sort of passion for what you were doing. You need to trust this process, because I do feel that you're doubting it and thinking, well, it's, as you know, we've got to pay the bills at the end of the day. But they're saying to me that just trust and know that it's okay. So it's really stepping out of your comfort zone. I feel that you feel that pull to do that, but you've also got that fear of, well, what if I do, and then what if I fail? Spirit are really telling me to tell you, you won't fail. Please take that leap of faith. It is a big leap, and just trust. So whatever, I'll admit they're not telling me exactly what the new position is, or what you're wanting to go into, but they're just telling me about that change and that real pull from you to do something different. So I actually feel getting 1, 2, 3, possibly within 3 months that this is going to start to happen. So I wish you all the best with that, and please, the biggest message they're saying to me is please trust this process and kick that fear to the curb. Okay?
Oh, that was really lovely, Trish. And you specialise in relationships too, like us, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Which is beautiful.
I love doing relationship readings.
Oh, thank you for doing that reading while you were on the phone. You didn't expect that, did you?
No.
Surprise! But that's what we're here for, isn't it? Yeah, that was beautiful. Thank you so much, Trish. So the people can find you, the viewers can find you online now. So you're going to be on the phones for a little while on our 1300
I am, yes.
number.
I'll be on for the next hour or so.
That's right.
Yeah, please call through.
Yeah, that is really lovely. Thank you. It was beautiful talking to you, and welcome to Celebrity Psychics, and hopefully one day you might even be in Sydney and join us on the lounge.
That would be wonderful. I would
If
love
not, we'll come
that.
and
Thank you
find
so
you.
much for having me on.
You are welcome. Talk to you soon, love. Bye.
Thanks, Annie. Bye.
So that was our lovely Trish from Melbourne. That was really lovely.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful reader as well. So you can get her on our 1300 number, 1300 755 468 or 1902 257 821. So she's available now. I'm not sure if Darren is still available or Mary, but they're also on the phones at the moment. So ring through, get straight to their profile. Alternatively, go to celebritypsychics.com.au. If you're on our Facebook, you can connect over and you can read the profiles. So there's a section there that will just show who's on available at the moment, and you can click on the rest of the profiles as well. So Trisha's pin, to speak to lovely Trish that you just had now, you might quickly get her and have a quick reading with her. It's 4857, and Darren's pin is 4855, and Mary is 4858. So thank you for those that are joining us at home as we chat here on the lounge, and I'm all relaxed and getting ready for our next half an hour of the
ready
show.
for your pyjamas?
No, not quite. We've also got another reading here as well. So are you ready for another reading as well? So that's from Samantha. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight and connecting and allowing us to connect with you. And we'll try and get through as many texts as we can, because that's the beauty of it. And sometimes people can learn something from reading about your readings as well. They might be going through something similar. So it's a good thing to send those texts in as well, and be as specific as you want, okay? So this is from Samantha. It's 10th of the 1283. Do you see a baby in my future?
Hi Samantha, thanks for your connection. I'm already seeing one child, Samantha, so I'm not sure where that child is coming from, or that baby. However, I do feel like you'll have a baby in the near future. I'm seeing that there's a mortgage there for you. That's what you're focusing on at the moment, and I'm possibly in next year's where I'm feeling that you might fall pregnant. I'm just being shown that really look after yourself, just to actually get your body ready for when you do have this baby. So I'm seeing that you may be a little bit of you don't carry stress pill, or you get stressed with your work or whatever with life. So just really look after you, and while until you actually have this baby. But they are showing me the conceiving possibly maybe next year is when you'll conceive. In the meantime, just really look after yourself. I'm just getting yoga for you as well, so I don't know whether your mind sort of, you don't, just to relax your mind. I feel like it's busy in your head a lot of the time, so just do something for that part of it, just to relax you and prepare you for this baby. But I am seeing a baby for you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That's really lovely to hear, isn't it?
Mm.
And she's, probably around that 30 age group where she's just really wanting to be a beautiful mother. And
Yeah.
it's really lovely if, you can bring that child into the world and give it that love if that's what you want to do. And some people do, some don't. Some are
don't.
more than happy not to have any children at all.
Yeah.
But it's just really lovely to know, especially if you've been wanting one. And
Yes.
Yeah, it's really hard, isn't it?
There's a lot that I see that, just like there's that difficulty in falling.
Yeah. And a lot of people use crystals for that too, with the carnelian and different things that they use just to help bring in those energy as well. And there's a lot of things that you can do health-wise if you're having any problems. And there's all the medical things that you can do now with the beautiful help.
There's a lot more help out,
There is, isn't there?
Yeah.
And quite often people come in and you can pick up how many children they've had, and quite often in the reading we say we've got 3 here and they might have lost one or whatever.
Yes.
Don't be alarmed, we're going to pick that up because that's still a part of your energy.
Yeah.
So
I always pick up.
Yeah, I never delve on it too much. It's just if they want to, that's different.
Yeah,
if they
that's
haven't
right.
healed with it or whatever.
That's right.
But
Otherwise,
it will come up because it's just a part of you. It's your child.
Yeah.
And that happens all the time. Okay.
So I did sort of pick up one for her. Some, I know there's one yet to come, but there's one that
it might be one
so
around.
Yeah.
Which is really beautiful as well. And don't forget, you can get hold of Elise anytime. If she books in on our phone service as well, she'll have a PIN number and everything will be hooked up for Elise as well during the week. She might have time to book on. Alternatively, we can actually give you a schedule if you go on there and we've scheduled a time. Like myself, I might put on a day that I'm actually going to be on and show you the times, and our 1300 number will allow you to book in that scheduled time in advance as well, which is really lovely, and hopefully we'll have you back on because you read so beautifully as well. And it's another place of where we can
just connect
where we can find you, where you can find out how we work, a little bit more about the industry, and being open when you go to a reading as well. Sometimes some people want to test us, and that's fine, but you can waste a lot of energy and time, and you could have been having a beautiful reading. And that's really funny as well.
And that it really is important, that I really stress that to people. Just be open, even if it's their first time. A lot of people get nervous.
They do.
So I try and get them to relax, so therefore it can just flows a lot. The energy flows a lot
and
easier.
I find if it's your first reading, you don't know what to ask in a reading.
No.
As well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have to ask anything. Just be open.
That's right. Yeah.
Just be open. Start having a chat to the reader.
Yeah.
And let them take control to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But it's good to, if you've got certain questions, don't be afraid to ask them straight up and get them done. Boom,
Yeah.
out of the way.
Yeah.
Because they're going to come up anyway.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of which order. You've got quite a lot of say in it as well. And every reader's completely different. They all work differently.
Yeah.
Some people will go to 2 or 3 readers and all get told the same stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, yeah, because that's what's happening. And that's really beautiful as well. And you'll find that happens a lot, doesn't it? You ready for another
maybe
reading?
different information from different person as well. So
we all something different because
Yeah.
we're going to pick up different people
That's
around
right.
you that will tell you different things.
Yeah.
So it doesn't hurt to have 1 or 2 readers sometimes as well. It doesn't. So, but we've got another one coming through. They're working you hard tonight. Blessings to everybody wherever you are watching us, which is really beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us on Celebrity Psychics, because that's what we're here for. To get to know us, okay? And beautiful, this is going to do one, and this is for Deborah. Hello, Deborah. 28th of the 11th, 62. Can I have a 3-month forecast, please?
Hi, Deborah. Thanks for your connection. Okay. Next 3 months. Okay. What I'm seeing with you is actually, I'm not sure if it's around a property in the next 3 months. I'm not seeing changes in your work. I just feel that's going to be steady. So I feel like